Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Laura Train Mama. Today we are having a look at this Peppa Pig Play Pack magazine. It's issue 182. I think this one goes back to late 2024. And what I will do is I will pause the video and add in a picture of those free gift items that came with it. Wow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skim through this magazine today. Any stories I will upload separately. But for now, let's jump through to the skim through of this magazine. I hope you enjoy it. Over on the left hand side then we have Peppa Pig masks, and you can use some scissors carefully, ask your grown-up to help to cut out this Susie sheep mask. We have also got some accessories as well. Over on the right hand side then you can practice that use of a pen, pencil or crayon to write your name here. Peppa loves parties. Can you find her hat somewhere on this page? The hat looks like this. Why not pause the video and see if you can see the hat? If you found the hat, well done. And that's right, the hat was down here. So if you found that at home, well done. Over on the next page then we have a sticker opportunity. The stickers always come from the very centre and we can use those to complete the picture. Over at the top, we need to figure out who is jumping out of that cake. Can you guess who it is? Over on the next page then, Peppa and her friends are all at Wendy Wolf's birthday party. Next job is to find the images from the bottom within that main picture up at the top. Can you find the characters? Over at the top, there is also an opportunity to practice that handwriting. So get out those pen, pencils or crayons. It really doesn't matter because we're going to practice the word moon. You could even try this at home. Over on the next page then is all aboard. We are going to start at this starting marker and get to that play slide that you see up at the top right hand corner. What a fantastic and fun final destination. There's also an opportunity to practice the use of a pen, pencil or crayon to get down that slide. There is also an opportunity to identify which note is the biggest. Over on the left hand side then is an opportunity to match up the balloons. For example, if you wanted to match two stars together, you could use a pen or pencil to match them together. Or even at home, if you want to pause the video, you can do this with your finger on the screen. Over on the left hand side then, and they have gone bowling. At the top there you need to find the smallest pair of bowling shoes, and over at the bottom spot the bowling ball that doesn't have a match. Over on the right hand side then you are practicing the use of a pen, pencil or crayon to get the bowling ball over to those pins. And down at the bottom, you need to cross out each skittle as you count to 10. Then draw a smiley face when you get a strike. Over in the bottom corner, there is another colouring opportunity. Over on the next page then, we have helped George to get to the mystery chest. If you missed that video, please go back and watch it. I have put on some ambient music, perfect for just before bed. Over on the next page then is Pass the Parcel. Look at the shadow and colour the box to show who is missing from the circle. Over on the left hand side then, smile please. Look at all the funny photos of Peppa and her family in their party masks. And what you need to do is find out the odd picture in each row and write the letter in the box. You could even pause the video and do this at home. Which daddy pig is the odd one out? Is it A, B or C? That's right. If you guessed B, you guessed correctly because Daddy Pig is missing the green band on his hat. For this row, is the odd one out A, B or C? That's right. If you guessed A, you were correct because Peppa's mouth looks different. Next is Mummy Pig, and which one is the odd one out? Is it A, B or C? That's right. If you guessed C, That was the correct answer because Mummy Pig's glasses are circles. Next is story time, and so it is called Party Bus, but I will upload it separately. Over on the right hand side then, a lovely present. It's an opportunity to use your pen, pencils or crayons to create a very thoughtful homemade present for Peppa's friend. Make sure that you pick the gift that you want to include. If you're wondering what this is, it's called a gyro. Over on the next page then is a double spread colouring opportunity. Over on the next page we can use pens, pencils or crayons to complete those balloons, and once you have finished you can colour them in. Over on the next page then, and on the left we are creating my special balloon. Complete the outline and then colour it in. Over on the right hand side then is my party plan. Fill in each section to create a party plan. You can write or draw who you will invite, circle a party theme, and tick the things that you would like to include at your party. You can also draw some party food. You could even do this on some plain paper at home, create your own party plan. Over on the next page then we have tea party invitations. Cut out and make. If you do have the magazine at home, please be sure that a grown-up is helping you with those scissors. Can you spot the teddy that matches the picture? Over on the right hand side then we are creating some party invitations. Over on the next page then we have a spot the difference opportunity. Once you have found 5 differences between the 2 pictures, you can colour the hats in until you reach all 5. Over at the top you need to circle who is holding the plate of biscuits. Next up is following the wibbly wobbly path that leads to that jelly. Over on the next page then is party food. This is a cut and stick opportunity. We are cutting out those fun foods from the right hand side and filling our plates. We need to be sure that we are sharing out the food between our guests so that everyone each gets 1 sandwich, 1 jelly, 1 cake and 1 carrot. Over on the next page then is a game called Party Games. Firstly, they are doing floating balloons. How to play. Ask a grown-up to blow up 1 balloon for each player. The aim of the game is to keep your balloon floating in the air. Each player throws their balloon as high as they can. As it floats down, they can tap it to keep it up. The winner is the last person with the balloon in the air. You can also count the number of green balloons over here and circle it down at the bottom. Over on the right hand side is a game of musical statues. And number 2, can you find a real statue in these pictures? Tick it when you see it. You could even pause the video and play at home. Which one is a real statue? That's right, it's B. Over on the next page then, and what a fantastically bright and colourful page, double spread. This is Fiesta Bingo. And you are going to be cutting out the page on the left hand side, making sure that you have finished with the magazine first because they are going to be cutting onto the next side. Over on the right hand side are your bingo cards. So each player cuts, so you cut out your shapes, put them in a bowl, and then you each have one of these cards yourself. So these go folded up into a bowl and then you pick it out and then open it up. If you have matched your card, you can put it down. So for example, if I picked out the Zoe Zebra, opened it up and I had Zoe Zebra, I could pop it down. And once you've completed them all, you shout, bingo. Over on the right hand side and reaching the end of the magazine are 2 more masks. If I lift it up, then you can just see the full spread of masks available. That brings us to the end of the Peppa Pig Magazine Issue 182. There is a story inside. I will upload that separately and have a great day.